Hey guys, I'm back. In the last part we completed the rest of my extreme mode run. It didn't go the way I wanted to go, but at the end of the day, I know I've done what I could for that particular run. However, as you know, there is a poll for me getting possible redemption, but that's entirely up to you on whether or not you want to see that. But before I even start doing what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go to the legend mode menu and go on a little bit of a ramble here. It is a bit relevant, but it is really relevant on what I'm going to be doing here in this part and in the next several parts as well. So you might be thinking the next thing I'll be doing will be the level 11 weapons. Well, here's the thing. I've shown off every single character's legend scenario. In some cases there are different outcomes like Zenji and Wei Yan. I've shown off that you could actually get every item if you only own Dynasty Warriors for Xtreme Legends, whether it's the ones that are exclusive to Dynasty Warriors for Xtreme Legends, from the Code of Chivalry to the War Drum, and then the ones that you could actually get on the original disc, from the Art of War to the Wind Scroll. So it's possible to get every item in Dynasty Warriors for Xtreme Legends, and as you know, you could actually get the level 11 weapons here in Dynasty Warriors for Xtreme Legends. I don't know how many times I'm going to be saying that over and over again, but anyways. And the way the weapon system is set up, you won't be able to get the level 11 weapon until you get the level 10 weapon. I think you might, if you're thinking what I'm going to say, you might be right. So you might know what I'm getting at here. So here's the question. Is it actually possible to get the level 10 weapons here in Dynasty Warriors for Extreme Legends? That answer is yes. You can actually get every level 10 weapon here in Dynasty Warriors for Extreme Legends. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. The first one I'm going to be doing is Xiahou Yuan's. But before I even do that, let me explain to you, and I'm going to express and emphasize on what you have to do to get these weapons. Keep in mind, I wouldn't recommend you doing this if you actually own Dynasty Warriors 4. This is only for information, and more importantly, for anyone that doesn't own Dynasty Warriors 4, but they only own Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. So, just like in the original disc, you need to make sure your weapon is at level 9. I do have a memory card with all the level 9 weapons already intact. That way I can actually get these weapons and not worry about it. That's the first thing. The second thing, you have to set the difficulty setting to hard mode. Unless you really want to set the expert mode, be my guest, but I would not recommend you doing that. I'm going to set it to hard mode. That's just me. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, unless I'm thinking of a different game, I think you actually have to have it on hard mode, and it won't work on expert mode. But it might be a different game altogether. It might be Dynasty Warriors 3, but I could be wrong. Please correct me on that one. And then third, like I said before, if I haven't already, all these level 10 weapons will be done in legend mode. Now, here's the big kicker. If you go to the main menu, if you own both copies of Dynasty Warriors 4 and Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, you see the thing here saying load original. What you can do there is pretty much combine both discs, pop out Extreme Legends, put in the original, load it up, pop out the original, and reinsert Extreme Legends, and you'll be able to play both games using Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. Now, here's the thing. If you do this and you're trying to go for the weapons in legend mode, well, the level 10 weapons anyway, you won't be able to get the weapons in legend mode. For the fact I'm actually going for Xiahou Yuan's weapon, if I were to do this method and load the original and do all that, I would have to get the level 10 weapon in the Battle of Bo Wan Po and fulfilling all of Zhuge Liang's tasks, from ambushes, fire attacks, and what have you. You already know how to get the weapon there, and do it that way. But I haven't loaded the original, as you can see, so we will do it in legend mode. And now I'm done rambling. Let's just get to it. And in case if anyone is wondering, before I even start one more time, the order I'll be getting these weapons will be in the order you would see down the line in the weapons list if you look in the Encyclopedia, or in the option screen if you're trying to reset the weapons in Extreme Legends. But anyway, enough of that. So Xiahou Yuan's will be first. Yeah, I could actually play as Zhao Yun, but I could change his model. In order to do that, I would have to go to other character, but still play as Zhao Yun. You'll still be able to get the weapon, so don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure I show most, if not all, of the third models, but if I haven't, just to play it safe, I will definitely show off all of the fourths. I know I only showed maybe a handful. So, anyways, let's get to it. Alright, so we already know the narration, so I will be skipping all that. And since this is legend mode, we're going to have to improvise based on what restrictions we have here. In this case, no bodyguards, so that's fine. Alright, the equipment, the weapon. As you know, for the level 9 weapon, for Zhao Yun, it's the Dragon Spear. We've been here already, we've done that. The items, you know what? I actually like this setup here, so we'll leave it like that. The bodyguards, I can't have any, so we'll move on. The objectives, we know the objectives already, but I'll go through them again. We have to find Liu Chan, the baby, and then get Yu and Liu Bei to the escape point. And obviously if Liu Bei dies, if I die, or if the time runs out, we lose. Unit info. For Liu Bei's forces, you have Liu Bei and Zhao Yun, which is me. For Cao Cao's forces, you have Cao Ren, Huang, Xu Zhu, and Cheng Yu, and Xiahou Yuan. Alright, let's do it. So, to get Zhao Yun's level 10 weapon here, all you have to do is defeat all 5 of those guys that I mentioned in under 5 minutes. But remember, on top of that, you still have to find the baby. So, you have to find Liu Chan on top of that. So, make sure you find that baby quick. And then head over to the first 2 generals, defeat them, and then go on.
The young lord is apparently hiding inside a box.
I was gonna say it would be pretty funny if I actually found Liu Chan in my first box, but that's definitely not gonna happen twice. Got it. Alright. That's probably the best one for me to get it. Since I actually have infinite Musu for 60 seconds, it'll be very easy for me to actually defeat Xu Huang. Alright, Xu Huang's down. Now we'll go for Cao Ren.
I have yet to attain true strength.
And keep in mind... Oh, that was weird. That helps. A lot. Anyway, as I was saying, keep in mind, Cheng Yu is under Xu Zhu's forces. Do not defeat Xu Zhu first.
I would have liked to have seen the chaos end.
If you defeat Xu Zhu first, you won't be able to get the weapon. So be very careful with that.
Capture him. I will have him serve me.
Alright, so far so good. If Xu Zhu challenged me to a duel, I would have to decline it. I am not worried about Xiahou Yuan. So far so good. Cheng Yu's down. Now we'll go for Xu Zhu. So far, so good. Shit. Keep in mind, they really love that jump attack.
I don't want to die.
Alright. Xu Zhu is down. Now let's get out of here. How much time do I have left? I have 2 minutes and 17 seconds to defeat Xiahou Yuan. So I'd head over there, defeat Xiahou Yuan. It would be nice if I could actually challenge him, well, if he actually challenges me to a duel. But if he doesn't, that's fine too. And then we'll be set. Because that's the only one that's left. And there's no particular order, and you needed to defeat these 5, so it's just making sure I actually defeat Xiahou Yuan in a set period of time. But for the fact that I actually have the power rune equipped, I shouldn't have that much of a problem. Should, not will. That should finish him off. Got him.
Me? Die?
Now, did I get it in under 5 minutes? Yep. We're all set. And there it is, the Fierce Dragon in Xtreme Legends. As I mentioned before, you cannot combine the 2 discs, because if you do, you won't be able to get the weapon. And I'm going to be expressing that a lot, because that's the one mistake you don't want to make if you are actually just trying to do it just to see, you know, if it's possible for you to do it, or if you want to try to get it in a different way. Either or, that's fine. But if you remember how to get it on the original disc, if you don't own Dynasty Warriors 4 Xtreme Legends, all you have to do is go to the Battle of Bo on Po and make sure you follow Zhuge Liang's orders down to a T. Pretty easy, honestly. This one is more of a one if you're just trying to bum rush everything, and it'll be very easy to pull off. However, that's entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong way on getting this level 10 weapon. There's just 2 different ways on how to get it, which is actually pretty unique in my personal opinion. That you can actually get it 2 different ways. But typically, I personally would feel like that if you're trying to get the level 10 weapons in the Xtreme Legends disc, in Legend mode, it'll either be one or 2 things. You don't own the original copy, or you could actually find this way, or whatever way of that particular character's requirements of that level 10 weapon in Legend mode a lot easier in comparison to the Dynasty Warriors 4 vanilla disc. Or the original copy, anyways. Or the original, whatever you want to call it. But, anyways, now that we have done that, we will head over to the escape point, because we're pretty much done here. So all I have to do is head over there, and we're set.
My lord! Ah, Zhao Yun. I am sorry to be late. The young lord is safe. That is all very well. But more than that, I am happy to see that you returned safely.
and that's a win. Alright, so it's 1 down, many more to go. So the KO count is 236. The worthy opponent count is 9. I believe we defeated everybody in the stage. Not that all this matters, because the main objective at hand is the level 10 weapon. So, and I feel like this will give you pretty much of a warm-up on what to expect while going for the weapons. The only difference here, in comparison to the level 11 weapons, your rank in the your rank has to be an S rank for the level 11 weapons. But like I said, I will go into detail on how to get the level 11 weapons when we actually get there. But for now, we have a grand total of 8,778 points. Not that that matters, because Xiahou Yuan's rank and point total are both at max. So, anyways, here's the level 10 weapon. Again, the Fierce Dragon with attack power plus 55. But you already know all that. And the ranking, just to see what it is, it's an A with 78 points. So it's above the 75 points if you're playing on hard mode. But I'm not really that worried about that until I actually go for the level 11 weapons. So, anyways, we'll save, and there you have it. You have been watching my gaming adventures featuring Dynasty Warriors 4. In some cases, Xtreme Legends. Well, in this case, technically speaking, the only way for me to really get the level 10 weapons here, I would have to only own Xtreme Legends. So, with that being said, I will see you in the next part, where we'll go and get another level 10 weapon. And if I'm not mistaken, the next level 10 weapon we're going to go for in Legend mode will be Guan Yu's. So, peace out.